Where?
July 18, 1920,
In what town?
Camden.
In Camden.
Were you at Lady of Lourdes Hospital?
I don't think that was it. I think it was Cooper then.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Lady Lourdes was that famous back then.
Can you tell us a little bit about your family or what jobs you were doing before you entered the military?
Let's see. Family was normal to everybody else. I was employed, also with Camel Soup and other local places.
What'd you do for Campbell's Soup?
Packed hot cans.
Did you do that for many years?
Oh, no. We did that mainly during school years, during the summer. Those cans were hot, I'll tell you one son of a bitch, they were hot.
You burned your hands?
Well, you wore 2 pair of gloves and you still got burned.
Wow. Did they pay you well?
Yeah, I think we got 42 cents an hour.
Was that considered a lot?
I don't know. That's 100 years ago.
So how did you end up joining the military?
I enlisted in the Marine Corps because I figured if I didn't go somewhere that I wanted to go, they'd put you where you didn't want to go.
So how did you choose the Marines?
Well, I thought they were a well-balanced outfit, and I liked them. But if you didn't go, not necessarily the Marine Corps, but if you just enlisted, they'd put you somewhere else, Coast Guard, or National Guard, or something that you didn't want. And you had, in those days, you had no choice. If you didn't enlist, you got drafted. And that was worth, getting drafted was worse than being enlisted. I think, I don't know. That's so long ago I can't remember.
Do you remember where you did your training, where you had boot camp?
Oh yeah. We went to Quantico first, and then from there we went down to Jamaica. We went there to scale the ships before the French got them. And then it turned out I got stationed in Guantanamo Bay.
Were you in Quantico for leadership training to become an officer?
Yeah, but I wasn't there that long. And in fairness, they were short of officers and stuff, and they took you there, and then you were there a little while, and from there I went down to Jamaica, and eventually from there I went to Guantanamo Bay. But you didn't have a choice. You did what you thought was best for you.
What was your training experience like?
Same as anybody else's, I guess. You did what they told you to do.
What'd you like about it?
Nothing special.
What happened after your training ended?
Oh, we were going to Jamaica to raid before the French got the ships, but they surrendered. Then right after that, boop, boop, Guantanamo Bay.
And what year was this? Do you remember the year?
42.
42.
Maybe 43, but I enlisted in 42.
Did you go, after training, did they send you to somewhere else besides Jamaica?
We never got to Jamaica. They surrendered before we got there.
Then what happened after
I went
they
to Guantanamo Bay.
And what happened
I stayed there for, I'm going to say, 11 months.
What were your responsibilities in Guantanamo Bay?
You just had a routine you did.
What was that experience like?
It was all right.
Was there any conflict over there at that time?
Yeah. No. You mean like with them and the natives? No.
What was the food like?
Oh, good. It was good food. I imagine, I don't know how it is now, but where I am, it's lousy.
Were you eating MREs?
Maybe we did. I don't remember.
So, how did you feel about your experience between in Guantanamo?
Fine, no problem at all. In fact, got home for a while, and eventually I left there and went to San Diego.
Okay.
That was the luckiest thing that ever happened. There were 5 of us. One guy got a battleship, 2 guys got cruisers, and 2 of us got cargo ships. I got one loaded with troops and ammunition, which we were to put ashore with the first invasion of Saipan. They were suicide for them. In those days, those invasions were suicide.
Wow.
Just that's my opinion. You put them ashore and boom, they're dead.
How many men were aboard your cruiser?
Oh, I don't know.
Thousands?
I'd say a couple, yeah.
Hmm. How long did it take to go from San Diego to Saipan?
San Diego to Saipan?
Hmm.
Oh, that didn't take long. I don't remember exactly, but once we got to San Diego, there were 5 of us. One got a battleship, 2 cruisers, 1 a destroyer, and I got a destroyer loaded with ammunition and men to put ashore in the first invasion.
Did you arrive in Saipan like early in the morning under darkness at night?
I don't remember about that.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky I remember getting there.
Yeah. You do have a good memory. So
It's
how long
a
were
long
you?
time ago.
Absolutely. How long were you in the Pacific?
Well, the total was 5 years.
Hmm. Did you see a lot of combat?
Sure, not necessarily. Like I said, I had 1 battleship, 2 cruisers, and then I had an attack transport with men and ammunition, and we were to put them ashore in the first invasion of Saipan.
Were you worried about the safety carrying all that explosive material?
No, you're lucky to be able to think.
It was an honor.
I don't know. I guess so. You didn't really think of it in that capacity.
Was it better than moving hot cans of soup?
They were hot. I'll tell you that, boy. 2 pairs of gloves and they still burnt your hand. But in those days, you did that during the summer while you were working in school. And as I recall, we got 42 cents an hour. Now, I could be real wrong on that.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't remember.
That's okay.
Lucky if I know my own name.
You're doing fine.
So, how old were you when you began with the military?
The military?
How old were you?
I enlisted in April the 2nd, 1942. And 4 days
So
later...
you were 22.
and
About 22?
And 4 days later, I'm in a train headed for camp.
Do you have any other family members that were in the military?
Not that I remember. Yeah, but I don't remember exactly.
Hmm. Did a lot of other guys you know enlist in the Marines?
Not too many, no. I didn't. Because in those days, if you didn't enlist where you wanted, they would take you and put you somewhere where you probably didn't want to be.
Hmm. So when you were in Quantico, you didn't know anybody? You had to start from scratch?
Oh, that's right, yeah. No, didn't know anybody.
Did you make any friends?
No, I wasn't there that long.
Yeah, but did you meet guys in your experiences along the way?
Oh, yeah. Eventually.
Did you keep in touch with them over the years?
No.
Okay.
Well, not from there, but I did have a fella who was in the Marine Corps with me, and he became my best friend after the war.
Where was he from?
Philadelphia.
And where did you meet him when you were in the
In the
Pacific?
service.
Did you meet him when you were in Saipan or Guantanamo?
I would say Guantanamo.
And what made you become fast friends?
We just were. He was a wonderful, wonderful gentleman, an all-American football player, and just a genuine, fine friend.
You're a big football fan?
Yes?
Did you play?
Me? No, not too little.
What position did your friend play?
He was an all-American tackle.
For who?
Well, I guess it was Temple.
Good.
So after Saipan, do you remember what happened after that? Did you come back? Or did you go out on another?
Saipan. I don't think I came back after Saipan. I think I came home on leave from Guantanamo.
Okay.
But Saipan, I don't think we ever got back. I think we were busy in the war from then on.
For 11 months, you said, right? You were there for 11
Yeah.
months. So after that, did you still stay with the military, or were you done with your service?
Well, I didn't stay with the military, no.
What was, when you came back, where did you go? Did you come back to Camden?
Yes?
Did you stay with family, or did you?
Yeah, basically.
How'd you feel coming back home?
It was good to get away from where you were.
Hmm. Did life seem normal, or did it take a period of time to adjust?
I don't know what you call normal.
Neither do I. Was there an adjustment?
I guess I told you they had five of us. One battleship, two cruisers, a cargo ship, and I had a cargo ship loaded with ammunition and men that we were to put ashore in the first invasion.
Right.
Now that's I remember that part.
Sure.
But the other things are so far away. I'm lucky I can remember them.
Of course. Did you go back to working for Campbell Soup, or what did you do
No,
after?
no. That was basically in those days. That was a summer job.
Yeah.
That you did that during the summer, and you packed those hot cans with gloves, and they were hot. Boy, I made hot. 2 gloves, and they still burnt your hand.
Wow.
But like I said, well, we cool. I think we got 42 cents an hour.
Wow.
I could be. That's so long ago. I don't remember my own name.
What kind of work did you do following the war?
I was a salesman in the textile industry.
Hmm. How did you get involved doing that?
I guess family and things like that.
Family connections, they were in the business?
Yeah, I guess well, sort of, not really, but that was part of it.
Did they train you?
No.
Where did you learn how to...
Eventually you got trained, yeah.
Any of your marine skills, did that help you in being successful?
Oh, I guess it did, yes.
In what way?
The discipline. I would think that would be the main thing.
Were you a good sales rep?
I don't know.
Did you make a lot of sales?
Some, not a lot, I don't know, not a lot, I guess, I don't know.
Did you have to travel far?
Basically good, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware.
Did you drive or take a train?
Drive.
Did you enjoy driving around?
I didn't mind at all.
Was it better than being on a boat?
Oh, yeah, driving and doing work and making money was way better than being on a boat.
How long were you a salesman for?
Up until the war, up until now.
So you didn't have problems with your sea legs when you were a captain on your combat transport?
No.
That's good.
No, you didn't have any trouble then.
Any of your guys that were in on your ship, did they see much sickness?
No, I don't remember any of that.
Well, that's good. Some people don't realize what they sign up for.
Well, I think in those days you signed up for wherever way you thought, the Army, the Navy, and if you didn't, they'd put you somewhere where you didn't want to be.
Mhm. So at least you made a conscious decision, and
I felt the Marine Corps was well disciplined outfit, and I would have a good chance at progressing in the Marine Corps. But I don't know where you're going to progress on the others. You, hot cans, for Christ's sake.
so how long did it take from when you went into training to when you eventually became captain? Did you go through different promotions?
Oh, sure you do.
So talk about that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you just go
The different
through
ranks that you
you
went
go through the
through.
regular routine. You go up, maybe you're head of this company one day, another company the next day, and
Did,
defense the next. At the end, you go up the scale.
did it take a long time for you?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't short. No, it takes quite a while to go up the ladder.
So what type of things did you have to do to reach those promotions?
Regular routine. Like if you had a company, you took care of the company. If you were a sergeant or whatever it was, you did what you had to do.
You had to demonstrate your responsibility to the different companies.
Sort of, in a way.
Were there any tests you had to take?
You had to come up from the bottom, same as you would with anything else.
Did you pay your dues?
I think I did.
In what way?
Well, of course, I spent at least 5 years in combat. That's kind of dues.
Were you scared?
Sure, you're scared.
Do you have any stories about that?
No,
you
but I
remember?
mean, not that way, but you're afraid. Sure, any minute you think I'm going to get killed, but that's not.
So what kept your spirits up so you wouldn't give up?
Well, it's a long haul. You know, you got a chance. Maybe one day you're a captain of a company, a sergeant. It's a long haul.
Mm-hmm. So were you proud when you achieved captain?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the model, the type of cargo ship you were in charge of?
The one I was in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sure do.
What was it?
It was a former Navy ship, a combat ship, and it was changed into this cargo ship,
Did it have a name?
Neville, and it was loaded with ammunition and not sailors, but and we were to put them ashore in the first invasion at Saipan. They were going to be, in my opinion, they were going to be suicide.
Did you ever leave the ship? Did you ever have to?
No. Not since not since part of it now. We stayed there for 5 years.
What was it like there? Do you have any memories of
The weather?
what what Saipan was like, the weather?
I don't think you have time to worry about the weather or anything. You're lucky you're still alive.
Yeah.
Didn't encounter any of the local wildlife. I always hear some stories about big spiders or
Oh, hell no.
snakes.
None of that crap.
So, do you feel that we might have said this before, but do you feel your military experience was a positive one?
I think so, yes, absolutely. I think you come up the ladder from private, corporal, sergeant, and I think you gain some sort of, not respect, but, well, in a way, respect for that.
Did you earn any medals or honors while you were in service?
Nah. Not that I realize.
And when you came back, did you stay primarily just in Camden, or did you eventually move?
Basically.
Okay.
Eventually I sold as a salesman in the textiles for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. 3 or 4 states, but that's not what you're talking about.
Mhm. But your home base was Camden.
Yes.
Mhm. So your life was okay following the war?
I can't complain. You do what you do, and you work your way up from sergeant, corporal, and then you eventually, when you become captain, you're proud.
What was your Marines experience your proudest achievement?
Well, I don't know. It was a great experience.
Good for you.
Great experience.
Terrific.
Like I said, there were 5 of us that went to San Diego.
How did you get selected?
Selected?
5 of you to San Diego.
I don't know. In those days, it was you, and you.
Did you do just some training in San Diego?
Not for that, no.
Were you in Coronado?
I was there, but I didn't go there. That was over on the island.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
I
weather's
was-
nice in San Diego.
I was basically on the ship and teaching in San Diego.
Who were you teaching?
Other enlistees.
Mm-hmm. What type of instructions were you giving them?
Sometimes how to shoot, kill people,
Mm-hmm.
and just basic instruction.
What type of guns and weapons were you used to using? Did you have a particular weapon, or were there various?
Various.
What was the one that you enjoyed using the most?
I didn't enjoy using any of them most. They were all good.
Were you a good marksman?
I thought I was. I don't know.
Well, you must have been pretty good if you were instructing others.
Well, if you're not good, you're going to miss, and somebody's going to get you.
Did you ever have to use deadly force when you were overseas?
Oh, I was in combat for 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Did you lose a lot of men?
Lose?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure you do. Not, yeah, yeah. Everybody lost a lot.
Mm-hmm. How do you deal with that?
You don't. It just happens, that's all. Nothing you can do about it.
It's a part of war. Well, we're very honored that you shared your story and, you know, told us about your experiences in World War II.
Well, I'm embarrassed that you picked me because mine is nothing compared to other people.
It all matters.
In a way, I guess it does.
What would you like other generations to know about the military or your experience or that generation? Are there any things that you'd want young people to remember or to know?
How bad it is.
Currently or when you were in?
When we were fighting the war, how bad it was.
Is there something in particular you would warn them against?
Getting involved in a war.
But you don't regret it, right?
Well, sure you regret it. You don't like out there be killing people and getting killed, and all your friends getting killed. That's not a very favorite way of my life.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about young soldiers currently?
I have no idea what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They must have some discipline coming up, like sergeant, captain, so forth and so on. They must have some organization.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The friend you made in Guantanamo, did you guys keep in touch for a long time after the war?
With the people I met down there,
Mm-hmm.
one fellow became my friend for life.
So you guys would talk regularly after the war had ended?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We got together quite frequently, had a wonderful time together in those days.
What did he do after the war?
Who, him?
Yeah.
I think he was a high school football coach and a big salesman.
Good for him. He capitalized on his football
Oh yeah.
skills.
Oh yeah.
Did you go see him play?
Uh, yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did.
Some Temple games?
No, I think it was a pro game when I played.
Oh.
Maybe Temple.
Did you ever get married, Bob?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Do you have any children?
I had 2 children. A daughter that's alive and a son who was killed in an accident about 45 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Did you get married before the war or after the war?
After the war.
Did you meet her after the war, or did you know her from Camden?
Well, I knew her from before the war.
Was she waiting for you when you came back?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you remember how you guys met when you came back?
Not really. It's a long time ago.
Did you ever attend any kind of veterans, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ceremonies
Like
or events?
ceremonies or meetups, I want to say.
No.
Were you affiliated with
Reunion.
VFWs or American
No.
Legions? That wasn't
No.
your thing.
No.
Yeah. You just went back to your own life, your family, and your
Regular life.
sales career.
So if you could sum up your military experience, would you say it was positive or would you say it was negative?
Well, I say it was positive. In a way, in a way, it's not because you lost a lot of people who were dead, but you had a lot of people who became your lifelong friends that you met during the war and carried on. It was up in your head, depending what. In those days, you either enlisted where you want, like if you wanted to go in the Marine Corps. If you didn't, you enlisted something else, and they'd put you wherever they wanted you. You might not want to be in the Coast Guard or something, but baloney, they'd put you wherever they wanted you once.
And it sounds like the Marines was a good fit for you.
I think it was. I feel embarrassed that they recognized me to come to meetings like this and talk about it, but I think it was basically a good thing.
So from your military experiences, did that influence the way you think about life, the rest of your life? Did it influence you in any way?
I guess so. Yeah, I think it does.
How?
Well, you think all of your good friends that were killed, and if you didn't hit or shoot well, you'd have been dead probably. Well, that's a little exaggeration, but
So do you think it was luck?
a lot of it was, I believe. Like I said, there was 5 of us. One guy got a battleship, 2 got cruisers, 1 guy got a load of ammunition, and I got the one with ammunition and kids. We were putting ashore in the first invasion in Saipan, and I got news for you. That was suicide.
Is there anything else that you wanted us to know about, or we could share with
No, I don't have
other
any.
people that would be studying?
I just think everything went the way you expected it would in the Marine Corps. Or in wherever you enlisted it. If you wanted to be in the Coast Guard, you would appreciate that more.
Well, we're very lucky to have met you, and you're from what Tom Brokaw called the greatest generation. And yesterday, the Colonel Gallagher of Camden County Veteran Affairs, came up to shake your hand
Oh yeah.
and present you with a challenge coin. How'd you feel about that?
Very nice, very nice.
What did that mean to you?
Huh?
Was there any meaning? Did that mean anything by
Oh, yeah, yes.
the Colonel presenting
Yes, it
that to
was.
you?
But that's so long ago that what they're rewarding me for, that sort of loses some of its memories. outside of, you're either a corporal, a sergeant, on up, and appreciate what you got.
That's why we're so proud that you're doing this interview, so that we don't forget, that we
Well,
help
that's
other
right.
people remember.
That's very nice of you to do that, but I don't know why anybody picks me, because my Marine Corps career is not that sensational. I enlisted on April the 2nd, and 4 days later I was on a train headed for camp.
That's okay, now other people will know what it was like.
Maybe they will, maybe, I don't think they will unless they actually experience it.
Well, they can't, so they have to just trust what
That's-
you tell
you're,
them.
You're right there, you're right.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, no. I, like I say, my very best friend met in the Marine Corps, and we had a wonderful life together afterwards. Unfortunately, he passed away recently with a heart attack. Great football player, and a wonderful, wonderful gentleman,
Fantastic.
which is the most important part.
Did you learn anything from him?
Absolutely.
What?
Just enjoy it, whether it's a sergeant, a corporal, or whatever it is. Enjoy it, and then do the best you can with it.
Good piece of advice, thank you.
I miss him a tremendous amount.